All right, I have a quick lesson on faith. So I was having a conversation the other day with someone, and they were talking about their relationship with God, and how they had a relationship before with God, and then they kind of like, had their time of doing their thing or whatever, and they've been considering coming back to the Lord. But they said something to me that really stuck out was, I need to know that this is going to work before I change my lifestyle and commit my lifestyle to this. And I think a lot of people go through this same thing. A lot of people think that they have to be perfect to come to God, or like they have to like earn a spot in God's life, or like it's a risk to stop doing the things that they're doing now and like change their life and come to the Lord. And this is the thing, you guys, like, before everyone feels like before jumping into something new they have to know that it works, right? Like even with coaching programs, or before you buy something, everybody's looking at the reviews. If you don't look at the reviews, I don't know what you're doing. But like everybody looks at the reviews for coaching programs. People already like look at testimonies of people who have already taken the course or have been in the program or whatever. Like we like to know that something is gonna work before we jump into it. But this is the thing with coming to the Lord, coming to Jesus, coming to, and I'm not even talking about going to church. I'm talking about building a relationship with the Lord, with Jesus Christ, with our Savior. Like, the question that I want to ask is like, where you're at now, how has that been going for you? Like, how has that been working for you, right? And this could also be applied in just life in general. Like when you want to try something new, but you're like, I have to know it works for it. Like the worst case scenario is nothing will change, right? And you're going to be where you already at. Like there's not a high risk really involved. You're not going to drop lower. You're not going to be more depressed. You're not going to be more upset or anything like that. Like there is literally no risk. And it's like, what do you have to lose? Because obviously where you're at right now, or like a job that you're at right now or whatever, because I'm just going to make this universal, but like wherever you're at right now ain't doing it for you, or you wouldn't be considering or looking for the alternative. So it's the same thing with building a relationship with God. Like you can't, the thing is, it's like we half step into things a lot. Like we have one foot in and we have one foot out, but it's about just making a decision and trying it. And that's the beautiful thing about building a relationship with God in the Lord, in Jesus, is that he does not care like where you are. Come as you are, legit. Like he just wants you to come as you are. He just wants to build a relationship with you. Like you can't see what's in front of you if you are still looking behind you. Okay, you cannot see. Sorry, I'm in the middle of downtown Sacramento right now, so if you hear people yelling, just ignore it. But anyway, you can't see what's in front of you if you're still looking behind you. That's the thing. Like if you want to see what's possible, you do have to step into that. And that's the only way you're going to find out. It's like testimonies are lit, reviews are lit, you feel me? But sometimes people have their own experience with things. And with God, the only way to find out is to just try building relationships. Start talking to him more. Start praying more. Like a lot of the same friend that I had this conversation with, I was like, why don't you just start praying more? Like start having a conversation. Praying doesn't have to look a certain kind of way. Like I know that we see a lot of people pray in a certain type of way, or pray in their power and pray in their authority or whatever. And it could be intimidating when you're thinking about how you want to start your prayer life. But I always tell people, just start it as a conversation. Start talking to God instead of asking your friends for their opinions about things, or like for counsel or whatever. Start talking to God about it and like vent to him. He knows everything that you're going through. He knows what's on your heart. Just start having a conversation with the Lord and start building that relationship. Like I posted something about this before, like a relationship is a two-way street. And when you want to hear from someone more, you want to understand them more, like, or recognize their voice more, that comes with building the relationship, spending more time together. And it's the same thing with God. So, if you are in a place where you're like, like I'm curious about God, but like I don't really know what that would look like, or like he's never gonna accept me because of the lifestyle that I live, or whatever it may be, he accepts you how you are now, where you are now, and he just wants a relationship with you. Okay, like you could start talking to the Lord now exactly where you're at, and then it will progress from there. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord will guide you on what he wants you to do, or what he's telling you to do, or all of the things that he feels is going to help you, or not that he feels, that he knows is going to help you live a better life. So if you're in this weird like in between stage, just start having conversation, start building conversation, because again, you something's not working where you're at now. Like, you're curious for a reason. Like, you're not filled up where you are. And you can't keep focusing on your past and where you are now and living in that dissatisfaction and being scared to try something new, because the worst case scenario is you're still going to be there. Like, you could try it and it doesn't work for you or whatever, but I promise you, God always works. So that's my little tidbit for the day. I hope that this lands for someone. If you know someone that's going through this, feel free to send this to them. But that's all. I love you guys. Have a great day.